Hello, this is Matthias. Today I'd like to talk about this Power Query challenge from Excel BI, where we need to identify potential father-son relations from a list of football players with their name, the country they belong, and the year of birth. There are three conditions to be fulfilled. The first one is the country has to be the same. Second one is the surname has to be identical. And the third one is there have to be minimum 16 years between the year of birth. So let's have a look at the data and how to approach this problem. So surname is the part of the name after the first portion of the name. So in this case here, it's Dagia instead of, for example, only Gia, which would be the last portion of the name. So Dagia is the complete surname. So that works great with the given data. There's only one exception, and that is here in the row above, Korean names are different. The family name comes first. For that reason, we won't see the relation between Chabum-kun and Chaduri. And that's a pity because Chabum-kun is a legend, not only in Korea, but also in Germany. He played in the Bundesliga, so we will miss him. For the states or the countries, there are similar issues. For example, here, Czechoslovakia ceased to exist. There is here a successor state with the name Slovakia, and we will miss the relations for Jan Kozak with Jan Kozak and Vladimir Weiss with Vladimir Weiss. So we will miss this, and we will miss as well, for example, here the Petkovics from Yugoslavia, respectively Serbia. With these restrictions, we can expect the result to be like this. And we see here one special case where we have one father with two sons. So our solution has to cover this special case, and it should also cover the other way around, where there are no two biological fathers for one person, but we are talking here about potential father-son relations. And if we look at these national players from Germany with the name of Müller, we understand what that means. So all of these Müller entries here could be father of Thomas Müller. The criteria country is fulfilled. Of course, the name is identical, and there are more than 16 years between their birth year and his birth year. So we need at least to find these relations and potentially also another one. So how to deal with this? So if I hear identical country, same surname, I immediately think of a solution with grouping. And that's also what I did then as my first submission. It was a solution with a grouping step, and within that grouping step, there were several transformation steps included with variables, and the most important step at the end with filtering. So that's a little bit complex. And now I'm going to show you how to solve this without the grouping and more UI support, less typing, code, simpler, shorter. Let's start here with a table. I already turned with Control T this into a table, so I can go to data and can import it with from table range into the Power Query editor. There we are. Make it a bit bigger. We'll start off with the surname as discussed. Add column, custom column with a name surname. And it's done with Text.AfterDelimiter from the column name. And the delimiter is a space, so close the bracket. And we will get the result as expected. So there is Dagia, and we have the problem with the Korean players. Next, we need a combination of every player with every player. That's a so-called Cartesian product. And there are various ways of getting this. But the easiest one is to create another column, a custom column, and this time with a table. And I will start here with a placeholder, no change of the name, just any placeholder in the field here. And then I will go here to the formula bar and use the intellisense and let it fill the name for me. So now we have for each player the table with all players, including himself. And if we now expand this without the prefix, we will get all possible combinations. So on the left side, we see the original table columns, and on the right side, it's the identical columns, just the column name is has a suffix .1 now. Okay, so now it's very easy. We can filter. Filtering is easy. We just go here and probably we go here for this way. We go for 3. We will get all 3 in one row. Yes, great. Equals any value equals. Oops, this is not good. The second criteria was surname. And any value. And the last one was the year difference. And we go here for any value. That's obviously empty. So let's expand the formula bar and change this to country .1 and this one here to surname .1. That's good. Now we only have to look for the condition with the difference of the years. And we write here year. So we are in the wrong, I am in the wrong area. Now one more time. Year, and that year has to be bigger than 15 because we want to have at least 16 years between the year of birth. So let's see where the problem is. Country 1 is the one which we need. And this explains as well why I try to rely as much as possible on the IntelliSense. It's easy to get a typo in there. Unfortunately, for the column names, you have to type it correctly, but at least the country, the surname, and the year .1 we selected. So with this, there's not a lot left. We have to get rid of the columns which we don't need. We need the name of the son, and the country. And we press in that order and remove other columns. Then I change the name from name 1 to son. Potential relation. That's it. Now we can close and load. And I will close, yes, I will load it here to K1. And that means I have to select table as existing worksheet and bring in here K1. There we are. I can close this so we see it. It's the same number of rows. It's a little bit different sorting, but first case is covered. Would it deal also with this case? Let's see. Bring them here below the original table. Get up again. And when I refresh, you see here there are 4 potential fathers of Thomas Müller, as discussed, plus one more case here. Ludwig Müller might be potentially as the father of Hansi Müller. He's not, but from the data point of view, he could be. So that's it. I hope you learned something and enjoyed it.